NXT universe is in anticipation of our main event this evening as Bossman goes for his second title defense against the newcomer Alexander Ralston. What a main event it can be, and it can mean that the Bossman gets a main roster shot. If he wins tonight, it'll be his second defense. My name is Beautiful Dave Easton. Thank you very much for joining us this evening on NXT. We have so much coming forward to you, and news of changes here in NXT that are coming up. That is your main event, Big Bossman versus Alexander Ralston. It is the main chance for the Bossman to do something that no one else has managed to do here in NXT, and that is get his second singles title defense. We are starting off though with a number one contendership match for the tag team titles. Goldust and Val Venus versus the Mexicans is Hunico and Chavo Carter. And we said we had some news for you about NXT, some changes coming up, and that is that both titles will now not be defended on this same show. 1 week will be the tag team titles, the following week obviously will be the single NXT championship. Next week the NXT championship will be defended, the following week it'll be the tag team championships on NXT. So we're going to split up in weeks, and we're going to have some more matches where obviously it'll not be number one contendership, it'll be just regular single matches and other match types here in NXT, so you'll get to see all your superstars. Here's a new team come together, the Mexicans. It is Hunico and Chavo Carter. They have come together this week to see if they can go for tag team gold here in NXT. Remember, the tag team titles are on the line later on. Cobra go for their first defense when they take on the team of 3MB, the former champions. But here at the moment, look at this, Hunico's going straight after Val Venus. And the Mexicans, I have had a quick word with them backstage, and they say they're determined to go for tag team gold here on NXT. Remember, this will be the tag, whoever wins this will get a tag team shot in 2 weeks, not next week. As I say, we're changing things up. And remember, tonight Bossman can get that roster spot challenge and for the main roster if he can win tonight against Alexander Ralston. That is coming up later on. And look at this, Chavo Carter straight away into Val Venus. I think Val Venus hit his head really bad off that double team and looks to be in a lot of trouble. Goldust doesn't think so, but I think he could be out. The referee checking here. Yes, and he has. And it's over just like that. What a start for the Mexicans. And Chavo Carter picks up the win. And well, that is a shock to me. The former tag team champions. Here's the double team. You can see Val Venus looked to hit his head, and then the double elbow drop. Chavo Carter though locks in the submission, and Val Venus is out of it. And well, the Mexicans will get the tag team shot down in 2 weeks time. But who will they be facing? They will find out later on when Cobra take on 3MB. And big news about 3MB as well. We'll come up with that later on as well. We will tell you more about that when their match is about to start. But your winners tonight, Chavo Carter and Hunico, your new number one contenders for the tag team titles. And congratulations to them. We'll see them in a couple of weeks going for tag team gold. But coming up next, it is to find out the new number one contender for the NXT championship, and it's Adrian Neville going against Justin Gabriel. And this is a step away for Adrian Neville, who is known as a tag team wrestler and has held tag team gold with Oliver Gray. He now goes to become the number one contender for the NXT championship as he takes on the South African Justin Gabriel tonight. And Adrian Neville, as he had success with Oliver Gray, let's see how he can do in a singles competition. Very intrigued to see this young man and to see how well he'll do. He comes from Newcastle in England, and he will take on the South African sensation Justin Gabriel. Justin looking for his first title here in NXT and looking at a shot at the NXT championship. Will be next week. But who will it be? Will it be Bossman? If Bossman wins and then wins his roster spot challenge, we'll have to find that out. It's all complicated once it goes down that route. But for now, let's find out who the new number one contender is in this match. So here we go then. Adrian Neville, Justin Gabriel underway. Second match. If it's anything like the first one, it will be over quick. And Adrian Neville going to work on Justin Gabriel, showing him trying to tell many people that he's not just a tag team wrestler. Seeing him and Oliver Gray have done so well over the last couple of weeks. Did hold the tag team championships, sadly didn't get past their first defence, but it does show that they are improving as a team. But Adrian Neville trying to branch out here, trying to go for singles gold. I'm sure Justin Gabriel, along the same, will have something to say about that. Perfect drop kick, connects that right to the face of Adrian Neville. As I say, big things happening here on NXT. Changes coming through, saying we're going to make sure that the titles are defended. One title is defended each week. So we'll start with the NXT Championship next week, and then the following week will be the tag team. The following week will go back to the NXT Championship. Just to freshen things up here on NXT. I hope you're enjoying what you've seen so far in Non-Stop Wrestling. Please make sure you let us know by commenting on the videos, and also telling everyone you know that about us. We are growing on Twitter as well. Make sure you follow us on Twitter for all the latest news of Non-Stop Wrestling. And also check out our weekly page, which is in the description on our YouTube channel. It'll tell you all about the fighters, all the results, all the history of the belts as well. Make sure you join us for that. As Neville on the outside here going for the announce table. As Justin Gabriel, look at that drop kick to the back. Caught Justin Gabriel right on the small of the back there. I think both these men really high flyers. And look at that DDT on the exposed floor there. Remember, that's not padded, ladies and gentlemen. That really does hurt when you get hit with that. Neville thrown back inside the ring. Seeing both of these men really high flyers. So expect a lot of them like high flying moves tonight. Look at this Hurricane Rana takeover from Justin Gabriel. In control here. These big elbows to the back. As NXT continues, we'll be right back with the conclusion of this match. Stay with us. We're back here, ladies and gentlemen, and as Adrian Neville in control, they're throwing Justin up. And what is this? Oh, powerbomb to the outside. Oh my goodness. Adrian Neville taking it to Justin Gabriel. Adrian Neville showing the effects of what happened through the break. Justin Gabriel in control. But again, seesaw match. Back one way, then the other. Justin throwing Neville back inside the ring. Adrian Neville from Newcastle in England, looking to get some single competition. Look at this. Oh my goodness, and Justin Gabriel went for Adrian Neville and took out the referee. As Neville in control here now. Look at this. Oh my goodness, a big backward splash. No referee though, referee still there. Referee now coming round, just as Adrian Neville dragging Justin Gabriel to the centre of the ring. Referee out of position, doesn't even get a 1 count. Crowd going absolutely nuts here in the NXT arena. Bulldog takes Justin down, and Adrian Neville might be setting him up here. Scissors kick right to the back of the head. Could that be enough to put Justin Gabriel away? Into the cover, hooks the leg. Just a 1. As you can hear the crowd getting behind both these fighters. And now Gabriel, back suplex pin into the cover. Referee out of position just slightly, didn't get even a 1 count. Back and forth match. Neville now to the top rope. Gabriel in a lot of trouble here. What is this coming up? Back suplex off the top. Perfect position. Neville into the cover, hooks the leg, and gets the 3. And Adrian Neville becomes your #1 contender for the NXT Championship. What a performance from him. As you see some of the action through the break. Justin hit the 450 splash on the outside. This happened when the referee just got taken down. But Adrian Neville, congratulations to him. He is your new #1 contender. And we look forward to see who will be fighting next week. Who will he be fighting next week? We will find out a little bit later on in the show. But I'm sure everyone back in the UK and England are proud of this man, Adrian Neville. And he'll be fighting for the championship here on NXT next week. As I say, we'll find out later on who he'll be fighting against. Hard match for him tonight, comes through it. And as I say, now can go back and celebrate sure Oliver Gray will have a few words with him as well at the back. But congratulations to Adrian Neville, your new #1 contender here in NXT. And coming up now, it is your NXT Tag Team Championship match. Team Cobra go for their first defense against the former champions, Team 3MB. And here is our NXT Tag Team Champions, Santino Marella and Zack Ryder, Team Cobra. As it won the belts last week off Blake and Zach Lloyd. I really want to do something that the tag teams have been failing to do here in NXT, and that is to hold on to them. And here come the former champions, who have been the closest team than anyone to get the when they got the main roster spot challenge, which they lost at Money in the Bank to Kings of Wrestling. And the big news we've heard this week from 3MB is that if they lose this match, they will not tag together again. They said if they lose this match, that is it for 3MB. They will go their separate ways as single competitors. So here we go, big news coming out with 3MB as Drew McIntyre and Santino Marella hook up. So big, really big things on 3MB here. If they lose this, they have said they will not tag again. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens if they do. Well, if they do fail to come away with the victory, it would mean that the tag team titles have actually stayed on the same team for the couple of weeks for the first time in about 4 or 5 weeks here in NXT. Tag team titles changing hands regularly. Team Cobra now know their next defense will be in 2 weeks' time if they win. Or whoever does win this match, it'll be against the Mexicans. 2 weeks' time, as I say, the NXT Tag Team Championships defend separate weeks to the NXT title. Drew McIntyre helped out by Jinder Mahal, who throws Ryder back into the ring. Ryder not having any of that. Takes Jinder Mahal off the apron. Ryder though back in control of Drew McIntyre now. Throws him into into his team's corner. So we'll see Santino. Yes, here comes Santino Marella. What they're going to do here? Giant hip toss takes over the Scotsman Drew McIntyre. And I say, many people said it was a bit of a shock last week when Team Cobra defeated Zach Lloyd and Blake. Many people saying that they expected Blake and Zach Lloyd to go on and actually get a main roster spot challenge, but Team Cobra, well, upset a few people last week, and now they're in control of 3MB. Let's see, look at this, here's the drop to hold elbow combination. Yes, it is! As I said, used by so many teams here in non-stop wrestling. And now Zack Ryder looked for submission, but Heath Slater distracting the referee. This is the thing that helped 3MB so much in the past, having Heath Slater out at ringside. And a neck breaker taking Drew McIntyre down. Remember, Heath Slater, a NXT champion in his own right. Referee still distracted by Heath Slater here. And McIntyre in a lot of trouble if referee turns round. And Drew McIntyre tapped out. Zack Ryder thought the referee scene didn't, and this match will continue. NXT continues. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Short break. And we are back here, ladies and gentlemen. Tag team title match in progress. 3MB against Zack Ryder and Santino Marella. Remember, 3MB must win to remain, as they say, or they will not tag together again. Jinder Mahal coming out here at the announce table, and Drew McIntyre helping him out, but sending Santino Marella violently back inside the ring. As both men take a stare off. Oh, Santino Marella blindsided Drew McIntyre there. And now Bulldog on Drew McIntyre, on Jinder Mahal, going for the submission. No, sorry, I thought he was. He didn't hit. It was sort of a stomp to the back. Now tagging in Zack Ryder. Into the cover, hooks the leg. Can he get a 3 here? No, he can't. Just a 1. And Jinder Mahal straight back on Santino Marella. But he's not the legal man. But in this, that's a Zack Ryder. Ryder comes best out of that. What's he going to do here? Throws him into the corner. We're going to see another quick tag. Yes, we are. What is this? Oh, double flapjack. Takes down Jinder Mahal. Is that enough to put him away? Into the cover, hooks the leg, and it is! And Team Cobra have done it! They have got their first defence, and that means 3MB are no more, ladies and gentlemen. Zack Ryder and Santino Marella have done it, and they will face the Mexicans in a couple of weeks here on NXT in their second defence, and 3MB are no more. Heath Slater, Jinder Mahal, Drew McIntyre, the team of 3MB are gone. Well, there you go. Santino Marella ecstatic with that win, and the tag team titles actually stay on the same team for more than a week. So congratulations to Team Cobra. But I'm now very interested to see what happens to the members of 3MB in the coming weeks. But Team Cobra roll on. As you can see, the excitement of these two. Big chance now in a couple of weeks' time to get a chance at a main roster spot challenge, as they're only one defence away. Your winners, ladies and gentlemen, still tag team champions, Team Cobra. But here it is, ladies and gentlemen. It is for the NXT Championship. Big Boss Man Alexander Walton. Big Boss Man wins this. He gets a main roster spot challenge and becomes the first man in NXT to hold the singles gold and to get to the main roster spot challenge. And the Boss Man has done it, well, by beating Heath Slater to win the gold, and then beating Jay Pullins last week. This is his chance. Boss Man, dominant in fashion in the last couple of weeks, has really pulled it out and shown us, stepped up the mark and showed us how good he is. If he does win this match, his main roster spot challenge will be on Raw SmackDown this week. But this man will have something to say about it. Debuted last week in NXT and really, well, showed our former champion Eric Hayes, put him really to bed early on and showed him how good of a wrestler this man is. The gentleman Alexander Walton. Can he upset the Big Boss Man tonight? And that is what they're going for, ladies and gentlemen. It is the NXT Championship. And also, Boss Man wins. He gets that main roster spot challenge. So close to being the first man in here, singles competitor, to get the main roster spot challenge. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Your main event of NXT this week, episode 11. Beautiful Dave Easton with you here at ringside, taking you through the action. Boss Man, look at this, scoop and a slam, taking Walton down. Walton has to be careful that the Boss Man slam comes out of nowhere. And look at this, Boss Man going for the submission early on. Walton, though, gets out of it. Knows better than to be in that. That's put away a lot of competitors here in NXT. Boss Man into the tie-up now, go to the go behind. Just the power moves that Boss Man needs to keep hitting here. Like this. Sidewalk slam. Now into the kick, just a shot to the back. And the club to the back. Boss Man, as seen, so dominant over Heath Slater. And then pulling that victory against JC Pullins out of nowhere last week. Really has got some people, got their eyes on him. Be interesting to see if he does win this, who he'll go up against in the roster spot challenge. And the thing is, if he wins the roster spot challenge, we haven't had anything like that in NXT before. Remember, 3MB were the closest to get there by getting a main roster spot challenge against Kings of Wrestling back at Money in the Bank, but they were unsuccessful. If Boss Man is successful tonight but loses the main roster spot challenge, remember, he has to come back, he still remains the NXT champion, but he needs to get 2 title defenses more before getting another main roster spot challenge. If he does win his main roster spot challenge, then next week we will have to we already know that Adrian Neville's the #1 contender, so we will have to find another challenger for Adrian Neville to compete against for the NXT championship. So much has to be decided over the course of the week, but this, of course, is if Alexander Walton can defeat the Boss Man. That throws everything out of the window, really. as Walton in control. But he really does have to stay on the Bossman. Don't want to give the Bossman any space. We've seen that the last couple of weeks. JC Pullen's given him a bit of space, got caught with the Bossman slam, and then seen with Heath Slater, both men thought they had Bossman where they wanted him. Remember, Bossman can win this by count out as well. There's a couple of hot shots into the ring post. If Bossman wins this by count out, it does mean that he gets a main roster spot challenge. If Bossman loses by count out or disqualification, it means a rematch will be set up between these two, and I have been told that it will include also Adrian Neville. So there you go. It just shows Bossman really does need to get this win tonight. For them, as I say, very excited to see if he does, what will happen over the course of the next week. Remember, Raw with you on Monday night and SmackDown next Thursday, as we're building up towards the Royal Rumble, which comes to you on August the 11th. Sunday, August the 11th, our next pay-per-view offering non-stop wrestling. Hope you can join us for that. And all the shows, remember, we're here. We like to show people to come and watch us live on Twitch TV, as well as you can watch us on Non-Stop Wrestling UK on YouTube. We'd be more happy if you can just give us some feedback. Tell us what you think about the wrestlers. Tell us what we think we could improve on here. We're happy to take feedback on board. Bossman throwing Walton into the barriers here with some force. Takes effective, you know, when that hits, when your spine hits them boards, it just takes the wind completely out of you. Bossman here is now thrown into steps. Walton trying to get back and stops the referee's count. Bossman, where's he going here? Oh, he looked like I don't know if he fell. Did he trip there before he got in the ring? Walton lets him up. But Walton, oh, what, look at that, the punch out of nowhere. I don't know if that, did he use, I don't know, looked like he used some sort of weapon there. Bossman kicks out at one though. It looked like he went in his trunks or something. I wasn't too sure. Bossman though back in control. I don't think Walton caught all of the punch. I think that's how Bossman's back up and throws Walton into the steps. That can easily dislocate an ankle, anything like that. That's how bad them steps are. They're unforgiving. Walton taking a beating on these boards here. Big headbutt by the Bossman. Look at this. And again, that's about the 5th or 6th time Walton's been thrown into them barriers. Bossman unforgiving tonight, as he knows so much is on the line. Walton got back in here. Should take effect. Try and finish this one as much as he can. What's he doing here? Looks like an electric chair. Yes, it is. The electric chair. Can he now finish him off here? Can he? He needs to hook this leg though if he's going to defeat the Bossman. He has hooked the leg. Referee slightly out of position. Only a 1. Bossman so much resilience. Look at this. Bossman turning it round. Big headbutt to the back of the head. Walton so much has been taken out of him, thrown into the boards. Bossman picks him up. What's he going to do here? Over the top rope again. And again, this is all taking it out of Walton. Into the barriers again. As I said, that does drive the wind out of you when you get hit. Bossman really unforgiving tonight. What is he doing here? And he takes him through the barrier. Bossman. That could be enough to finish off Walton here. Referee up to 6. Bossman's back inside the ring. Referee is still counting. Bossman is happy for this because remember he wins this. And it's a main roster spot challenge. Walton is not moving. Referee up to 9. This is going to be a count-out win here. It is. And the Bossman will now go forward for the main roster spot challenge after winning by count-out. Well, that is it for Non-Stop Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. Bossman's going to get a main roster spot challenge. We'll see him on Raw SmackDown this week. Beautiful Davison signing out. Like, subscribe, tell us what you think. Goodbye for now.